All right, I want to welcome everybody to the family tree. Put your hands together, family. Hey, hey, what's up? What's the word? I want to thank everybody for joining us. This is Hump Day, Wednesday. It's moving a little fast, folks, Big B. Lost track of the days there, buddy.
Yeah, man. Wait, what can I tell you, buddy?
Things are moving fast, and boy, is it cold outside. I tell you, I hope everybody's doing well. Bring it on down, Big B. The music on down as we let more folks come on back in.
Man,
come on
man.
in, come on 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 in.
Yeah, man.
Yes, come on in. Let's gather around the tree. Hopefully the tree is somewhere warm, right, Big B?
Man, look, buddy. I'm telling you, boy.
Hey.
It's so crazy, Dr. P.
Hey.
The Hopkins kicking, man.
Can you see me now, buddy? Can you see me?
I saw you now, homie.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, but
all right, welcome everybody to the family tree. This is the place where we say you get your health check-in for the week. That's right, holistic health. And with that, we say we gather around the tree. We call it family tree because this is the place where the ancient laurel trees. We gathered around these ancient laurel trees and we talked about situations, issues, problems, anything networking. And guess what? We also prayed because this was where it was our social security. You got to say it slow.
That's right. Social security.
That means your family. It doesn't a check. It's your family. So with that, we say all your issues, all your problems, guess what? It's probably right around this tree. So with this networking piece, we say we enjoy you to the conversation. Come on in and join us this evening. If you want to join the conversation, got a question, anything on your heart, in your mind, you can actually look down at the bar down there, the menu bar, Big B. I'm trying to see the menu bar right here. And you can see the heart where it says reaction. Click that and we will put you in queue and you put your hand up like Big B up there.
Yeah, buddy.
And with that, we'll try to get to your question. If you're somebody that says, well, hey, I don't want to get in queue on face. I don't want to show my face. All right. May look too good today. All right. Well,
everybody look like Karen.
You can always put in the chat box right there at the chat box down there. Put your question in there. And Prophetess in here.
Prophetess is in the house, buddy. She made it tonight, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yep.
Fingers.
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's cold here as well.
No kidding.
All right.
My.
So you thought you was getting away, wasn't you? You thought you was getting away.
See, that'll teach you. Hey, Prophet, can I say this? I sent him after you. I said, wherever she's hiding, go get her, Lord.
Send her some coal.
He said, I got her.
Send her some coal. Yep. So if you want, Prophetess will put that information right in the chat box. Let me tell you, sometimes before you even ask the question, it's already in the chat box.
That's
Somebody
right,
may
buddy.
be already asking. So check that frequently. If you're someone that's calling for the first time, or maybe you're on the line and you missed the prompt where it tells you how to raise your hand, don't worry. Just let us know that you're calling by phone and we'll try to get you in. All right. We're going to get started. And without a doubt, we got to give our host with the most, Big B, Bill 1L Morgan. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, I'm doing well, except for one thing.
Hey, man, you staying warm over there. I know.
Man, look, dude, all I'm doing right now is trying to hide because it's cold like a mother father. What you say?
I know.
Man, look, right now,
it
says it's 14 over here. You know, I'm not going nowhere near the front porch.
Yo, I know you're not. That's right. It's cold out there. There's a special kind. There is a special kind of cold. That's that biting cold.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Biting and Viking kind of cold too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Well, think of Big B. What's going on, man? You know, our viruses are kicking up, man, all over. Man. It's hitting main news now, hitting mainstream news.
Yep.
And this is stuff that we predicted, though. We predicted this, that it would be this time because of the time of the year. That hopefully we prepared the folks for this by doing what? Cleansing every change of season. Hopefully you had your colon cleanse, parasite formula, so that you can build your immune system with your vitamin D, your triple boron, all those things we talk about in the stuff. So Big B, give us the latest numbers and where are we right now? How things
right now, Dr. P, for looking at our daily tracker, man, and we're looking at what we call test positivity for the early indicators. That's raised up to 1.6%, Dr. P. So it's up a
Mhm.
little bit more. Okay. Emergency
Mhm.
department visits for COVID-19 right now. It looks like it's tailed up and then it kind of evened out for right now,
Mhm.
1.3%,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And our severity indicators for hospitalizations, that rate is up 3.3% per 100,000 of population. And
Mhm.
our death, Dr. P, is starting to rise, buddy, 1.8% for COVID, right? So,
Mm.
we're just kind of, hey, family, look, all I'm asking
Yeah.
you, stay vigilant, stay healthy, because
Yeah.
anything is possible with the weather going on the way this is going on right now. So
Yeah.
that's kind
Yeah.
of like where we are, buddy.
Yeah, so we're trending up, family. So you know there's the norovirus, which is the stomach bug, right? The
Yeah.
RSV, which is respiratory, right? And then you have that HMPV, which actually is another respiratory virus. So with these things that they're calling it the quad, because of course throw in there COVID, now you got the quademic. So with
Yes.
that is happening around the world. What does it mean? You have to start to get with those things that are the ones that are the expectorants. We'll talk about some of the
Yes. Yes. Yes.
expectorants.
Yes.
What are expectorants? Anybody ever heard of a expectorant? We're going to talk about expectorants today. Some of those things that you can use. So there's a lot of expectorant herbs out there that we use for this time and season. So with
Mm-hmm.
that, we're going to knock it. We're going to go straight in and start talking about that. But first, before we go there, Big B, we got to talk about testimonies.
Testimony
Because
time, buddy.
testimonies go a long way, buddy.
Yeah,
And
man.
with the
Always.
testimonies, we say testimonies are for the purpose of when somebody's going through something, either
Yeah,
somebody's
buddy.
going through something, about to go through something, in something, or coming out of something.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
is a
sir.
time for testimonies. They go a long way, and people need that support. And with that support, we encourage you to tell your story, tell what you are going through, because this is the family tree. Guess what? This is where you can get that help and that encouragement. So, with that, we encourage the testimony. Could have been the blood pressure this week, Big
Yep.
B.
Yeah, man.
Could have
Should
been,
have.
hey, you know what? I actually lost some pounds this week.
Oh,
Woo!
look out now.
Yeah, lost some
Uh-uh.
pounds.
Uh-uh.
Whatever the situation may be.
Yeah, buddy.
Had this herb and I felt better than I ever did. Whatever it is, no matter how small, we
Yeah,
say
man.
crawl, walk, run to your
Uh-huh.
destiny, to back to where you call health. So with that, I open up the floor. This is the time. Big B, the floor is officially open for testimonies.
All
Anyone
right.
have a testimony they want to start off this evening on the family tree? Anyone?
Anybody with a
Anyone?
testimony?
Anybody want to go forward
I,
with the
I,
testimony?
I'd like to go for it. I just have one simple thing to say.
That's
My, hi, Dr. Paul. I'm sorry. Hi,
Okay.
Big Bill. Happy New
hey.
Year.
And who is
I
this?
just, Yvette.
Hey,
Okay,
Yvette.
it
Hey,
just says
Yvette.
Hi.
iPhone
Mhm.
56. All right.
Yes. I just want to say, today my student said, asked me where she can get water from the source. I was
Mm.
shocked. That's all I wanted to say. You have to.
Hey, that's enough said right there, right?
Yes,
That's
So now
enough
I
indeed.
got to
said.
do research and find the stores. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Awesome, awesome. Now you're see the teachers teach. That's it. That's the best thing you can say. Teachers teach. And it's a wonderful thing that you can teach your curriculum and also give them something for life. This is something that's going to really help them. And not only that, but it makes them better students. And then it helps
Mm-hmm.
their family. It brings conversation. All of these things work. It's all good across the board. So congratulations, Yvette. Let's give her a hand,
As
Yvette, for
always,
being
yes,
an
indeed.
ambassador out there in the field doing her thing, telling people how to get the right water. How about that? Bring water,
Congratulations.
bottle at the source.
At
Let's
the
come off
source.
mute. Everybody come off mute for Yvette. All
There you
right?
go.
Let's
There you
give her
go.
a
There you go,
hand.
Yvette. Hey,
Congratulations.
hey, hey, hey.
Congrats, congrats to
Mhm.
your accomplishments.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed. Hey, where are you, Yvette? Maybe we can try to find a place near you that has it.
Mm.
The Mercer County, Hamilton, Trenton area.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, be
Hey, by the way,
safe out there.
do they have a tractor supply up your way?
What kind of supplier?
Tractor supply.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
Well,
Mhm.
look quick because I know they have it at Tractor Supply over here in Jersey. So if they have one over there, it's possible that they may also have it over there.
Mhm.
Okay. I was
Okay.
trying to think of something that's local because some of the families don't have cars and they walk
Right, I get you.
to
Uh-huh.
the bodegas.
Yeah, I understand.
Mhm.
Sure.
Do they have family
Mhm.
family dollar?
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then
Dollar Tree.
Yeah, that's right.
Dollar Tree,
yeah, yeah. All
Acme
right,
Market,
Walmart.
good.
Acme
Walmart,
Market,
yeah.
Acme Markets.
So a
Yeah,
lot of places have the different waters. So remember, it's not just Crystal Guys, but it's what? Anything that's spring
the
water
spring water bottle
Follow at the
at the
source.
That's
stores.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
let's stay on that point. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? We have anybody else before we go to questions or anything on your heart and mind? Anybody want to share with someone? I would just encourage you that I'm telling you, I'm seeing more and more testimonies come across my table at my table when we come in for assessments. And I want to say that people are getting the courage to now stand forth and talk about their situations. See, part of your healing happens when you're able to bring forth what really is going on. Don't bottle that stuff up.
That's right,
It
man.
is support for you. That's what we do. We support you in any and everything you do. So every little bit counts. And guess what? Everything is crawl. You gotta crawl before you can walk.
I
Gotta
know
walk
that's right,
before you can
buddy.
run. But guess what? There's
Amen.
a lot of folks running right now. So congratulations to you.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who else we have here as we let more folks in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Gather around the tree.
Yeah.
Yep. Hump
Anybody else?
day.
Yes, sir, buddy. Anybody else? Anybody else?
While we're waiting there,
Sure.
I do have some things I want to address because I can't big. I always talk about whatever's come across my table. I share. I share everything. Matter of fact, I got some people say I ain't sharing nothing with you because you talking about earth.
Tell all my
I ain't
business.
gonna tell you where my water is because you're gonna tell everybody. I say, yep. I share because I know that the universe shares with me. So whatever I
Yes.
give out, guess what? It comes back. Blessings come back that fast.
Yes, sir,
Right?
buddy.
That's the way the currency flows. The currency of information, currency of money, currency of finances, currency of opportunities happens when you move forward. So you got to let that thing go. Whatever it is, push it forward. So I always say when folks are coming in, I sometimes see folks that sit down, but they don't take notes. And I say, are you going to take notes? They say, nah, I'm good. And I say, I think you better take some notes because this is your health. Got it? And if you don't get excited about your health, who's going to get excited? Got it? So I want you to always be prepared more than anybody else. We shouldn't be on this side more excited about your health than you are. Got it? You should be the most important one that's having the most excited about your health. So I want you to get excited about your health. I want you to be encouraged about your health. Take these tips and things that we do, share with your family. And guess what? Watch how things light up for you and around you and the people in the rooms you walk into. It's going to make a big difference. All right. So I just want to share that with you. Anyone have another testimony that they want to share with the family? Anybody, anything on your heart, on your mind, anything? Floor is open.
The door's open.
Right.
Come on, guys. Come
All
on,
right.
guys.
If not, we're going to go to the lines. We're going to go to the lines.
All right. We got up in the corner. We'll start off up in the corner, then we'll come back and get someone's on the side. Okay?
All right.
Karen's up. He's first up. Karen, I see your hand up, buddy.
Brother Karen, what's going on?
Brother Dr. Paul.
Brother Dr. Paul, I heard that.
I got you, bro.
Brother Class. Hey, how's everyone doing? All right?
All right. We doing good, bro.
All right, good. I had a rapid fire questions for you, but I have 3 listed, but we'll see how we do with the answers.
Okay.
Number 1, I've searched a few months ago. You talked about, and this is for you and or Dr. Lenny. You had talked,
Mark, make sure you mute yourself, Mark. Mute yourself, Mark. Okay,
thank
go
you.
ahead.
Yeah, you had talked about a posture corrector. Someone had asked a question about a posture corrector, and I had taken a screenshot of it. I don't know what happened to it. I searched through the chat notes, searching. I couldn't find it, so I said, okay. I went on and took a picture of several, but that was the first question for you. They have some which are just the upper top, the upper top, the top where the shoulders, and they have some where it goes down the whole back, and I can't You had pictures which I took screenshots of, and I can't remember which ones you had up there.
Just the one that I tell folks is the starter. It's the starter because there's so many that are out there, but I say get started with one that's easily accessible. And this one's made out of, it's called hemp Vana, HEMP
Yes.
VANA. That's
VANA?
Yeah, V is in Victor, ANA. Hemp Vana, made out of hemp. And the reason because, hemp is very strong, but it's also very light. This specific one is very light. Now, some of the guys, it may be small, even though they come in different sizes. Okay. It may be too small for some, it may be too small for some guys because I noticed that sometimes the guys come back and say it's a little small for me, so they need the larger one. But it's a good starter. It's a good starter. It's called Hemp Vana, and it's located in a lot of places you can buy it. You can buy it in most of the stores. You can buy it in Walmart. You can buy it in Walgreens. You can buy it in any of the main things. I'm trying to get something that everybody has good access to, and it's called Hemp Vana.
Right. Now I took pictures to show, and this is one of them. That's the upper part.
Yeah, deals with the
like right here. It doesn't show the whole picture, and then there's one that's the full back.
Let me just put you in here. Let me put you in here for
like here. It goes further down, but I'll search for what you just mentioned, hemp Vana.
Yeah, the hemp Vana, and I can pull that up. I can pull that up for you and show you which one that
Just put
is.
it in the chat box.
Yeah,
I have the Amazon one. It's in the chat box.
Okay, okay. So it's in the chat box. But if you pull it up, I'm gonna pull it up for everybody to see. It's an excellent one. Matter of fact, my son uses it all the time because he's always on the computer. And if you're someone that, just as a reminder, helps you from slouching, and that's the whole thing. Because the biggest culprit is these guys right here, these cell phones. Got it?
Yeah, man.
So
tell
with
me
that
about it.
being the case, we try to make sure something just reminds you that you got to stop slumping. And that's our biggest problem. So let me just grab one real quick. Here's one right here. All right, I'm gonna show you where it is, and it's about $20. It only costs you about $20. So it's the first introductory one. If you have, I would say more serious situations, I would say, of course, get to a chiropractor. Have a chiropractor like Dr. Lenny, or someone that's in that line that can help you with adjustments on what works best for you. But that would be my recommendation there. Let me see here. Let me put this on here. I want to share this. Let me know if y'all can see this, okay?
There you go.
That's the one right there.
It's up. Yes, sir. That's it.
Got it? So that's the one here. And as you can see it, see the brother right here? See how he's slumping forward?
Yes.
Got it? See, that's where just around the sleeve area brings your head up. Keeps your head up, keeps your chin up. Keeps that, shoulder should be in line with the ear. Got it? And if you can see here, this one is called a straight 8. Straight 8, and this actually is for neck, shoulder, middle back, lower back. I'm sure some people would need more support in the lower part of the thoracic and then to the lower back. So that's where you were talking about, there's so many different ones out there.
Right.
So each person, to each his own. The one thing I like about this one is the fact that it's woven with moisture wicking hemp fibers, which means it's very, very strong.
Strong, yeah.
And it lasts long. I still have one that I've had for years. My son has his. We keep these when especially if we're doing a lot of, sitting in front of computers or things like that. And of course, Dr. Lenny will tell you, don't drop that phone in my house.
Man, I know that's right. I know that's right, buddy.
Dr. Lenny, you're like, not near. You're like, oh, okay, all right. You gotta throw the phone up.
you gotta go here. You gotta go here.
Yeah, that's right.
That's hard to do sometimes, Kim. I get it, man.
Yes,
especially when you have arms like yours and mine. That bad boy, it weighs about a ton.
And you can't be $20, man. You can find it at most of your local drugstores and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And Next question is, yesterday I was at a herbal store, and a couple weeks ago I had asked you a question, and it was the lymphatic system that your answer was. Here is what they call a skin brush. A skin brush, and it's a detox and beauty brush, which you use for that lymphatic massage thing. So you familiar with this?
Oh yeah, man. That's
I got
good.
two of
That's
them.
good
I have
stuff,
two
man.
of them.
Big
why
B got
y'all
two
tell
of them.
me,
I
man?
got two of them, bro.
I stumbled across this. Y'all didn't tell me y'all holding out info.
I got two of them
Yes.
because I got one of them wide backs, Karen.
You know what?
I
It works. I work
listening that day, Karen.
the skin brush works really well in the shower.
Yes,
You know, I work, you should be doing something like this every day. You know how we do the pumping. You over here, you got the cervical nodes here. You got under the armpits. Got it under the armpits. And then you have the inguinal in the groin area. We should be doing that every day. There's the whole tapping qigong method that does that for the heart. I mean, who sent me something yesterday? Tamara sent me something. She sent me something I may share with y'all tonight. Yesterday about the tapping. She said, I thought about you with the tapping, and it was a guy talking about how we do that. So that's a perfect thing. That brush works really well. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Did you say that you use it in the shower?
Yeah.
Or before?
Yeah, I know I use it in the shower.
I use it in the shower, yeah.
Oh, I do not
before the dry brush.
I get
before.
Open all the pores, and then I do all the massages with the brush before I get in the shower.
Right.
Yeah, so you got some options there.
Yeah, they
you
say you could do it on dry skin.
Where do you get it from? Where can you buy it?
Been directions on what direction your blood flow, what circular way you should scrub as well.
Right. Always towards the heart. Always towards the heart. That's what you want to do. Always towards the heart.
Where can you buy that?
Amazon.
I got mine from an herbal store, but this one
What's the name of it?
This
What's the
one
name
is
of the herbal store?
This one. Well, it's an herbal store. I don't remember, but I go to it, but never remember the name because I know where it is. But this is Yerba, YERBA.
Right.
Yerba Prima, PRIMA. And you can go to www.yerba.com.
Skin brushes. Yep, I see them right here. Yep.
You can get them from Marshall, from Burlington, as long as it's a natural bristle brush as well.
Yeah. So it's good for getting that lymphatic system moving. Now, you remember the lymphatic system is a secondary circulatory system. Not like the first system, it does not move unless you move. Got it? So you got to move it. And it's a slow moving system that, believe it or not, the person that exercises every single day, it only moves one time.
Yeah, man.
So that's why you need some encouragement. That's what the brush is about, whether dry or in the shower. Just get it moving. Some people's lymphatic system doesn't move once a week. Some people once every 2 weeks. Some people doesn't move once in a month, or some don't move at all.
My.
So this is why we're having a lot of attacks on the lymphatic system, and people are backing up because eventually it's going to move into your blood. Yeah. It's going to move in your blood. That's what's going to cause a lot of other issues with toxicity. Liver's going to back up. Next thing you know, it's going to try to push it out of your skin. Bumps, blisters, boils, psoriasis, eczema. All that stuff starts to come to the surface. That's the most toxic level when I got to push it out of your skin. That's when you get the boils under the armpits and things like that. So keep that in mind. That's what those brushes are really good for. Get into good habits and the daily habit, and you can move that stuff right out of you. Okay?
All right. And then lastly, I just wanted to follow up with you on your frequency machine.
Oh yeah, man.
How is that going?
Oh man, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. See, I can hit all frequencies with that. And I've dialed into. I noticed though there's certain things about it that I find very interesting. Like for example, if I hit 432 or a specific one like 528 or a specific frequency, it won't go to the exact one. They have it
Yeah.
slightly off, like
Yep.
0.1, 0.2.
Yep.
And I'm saying to myself, like, why would y'all do that? Just to put it slightly off, just a little bit. But it does make a difference, though. I can feel the difference. I sleep better. I regenerate better. So I feel when I take a nap or go to bed at night, I wake up and I feel stronger because that's aligning your chakras. So what he's talking about, if you have or just joining us in the conversation for the first time, is a frequency generator that I told everybody about. And this frequency generator is a device that I ordered online, and you can punch in whatever frequency you want. Y'all remember when I did the whole class on all the different chakras and what each frequency is for each chakra? Well,
Yes.
Sure.
this one you can set specific tones and it just gives you that tone. That's it. So it'll be like boo, and it'll just be right in your head for that amount of
That
time.
look
And
familiar, Dr. Paul?
huh?
Does that look familiar?
What does look familiar? You got one, Big B?
I guess so, buddy. I'm
Yes,
just
you
waiting to get it
did.
hooked up, buddy.
Yes, you
I
did.
just got it in, man.
Yes, it takes a while to get because it must be coming from China. Because I
Yeah,
tell
it
you,
is.
it
Yeah,
took,
it
is.
is.
it took
It
forever.
is.
I said, did y'all walk it over here?
Yeah,
And
man.
mine took forever to get here, but Big B, I'm glad you got one. Yeah, I'm glad you got it. Yeah,
Can we
because
see it?
Yeah.
and then Big B, show the other one that you did. So you
Yes,
did
I'm trying to get out of the bag, Dr. B.
yeah, you,
There it
you
is
did.
right there. Can you see it?
I got the extra gift with it. They ask you if you want an extra gift. And I think it was like, what was it, like $10 or something like that? It's like an extra gift.
Oh,
And
I
the
didn't
extra,
see that.
yeah, that's what the extra little the speaker that you have there. The
Oh,
little extra
okay.
speaker.
That's what this is.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's
Oh,
a
okay.
that's a
Okay. Then I
speaker
have
right
it.
there. Yeah, that's a
See?
speaker. So the
Oh,
speaker is it allows you to play it aloud. Like if you're in a room, you can just
okay.
play it loud. And then it also has jacks for input.
Yep,
If
sure
you want to
do.
put it,
On the
if you want
sides.
to, right, if you want to put it in like a jack so that you can put it in your headphones, it
Yep,
works that way
exactly.
too. But yeah, Big B, let me see what you're looking
I
at. Yeah,
can't see.
yeah, that's it. That's
That's
it,
it
Big
right
B.
here. And
Mhm.
and, here,
Let me.
and here's the other piece here, guys. Can you see it?
Mhm.
It keeps going and disappearing.
No, that's it right
There
there.
we go. See it
Mhm.
now?
Dr. Paul,
Okay.
I have one of those, but I'm intimidated. I don't know how to hook it up. Would you be able to show us one night how to hook that up?
Yeah, it's real easy. It's right in the
There it is right there.
instructions.
See, guys?
It kind of intimidated
Is
me.
it
I don't know what
exactly
to
just
do.
is it this
Stay
exact
right there.
one?
Stay right there, Bill. We
Yes,
can see you.
Oh,
Okay.
the
okay,
exact
I got
one.
Right
it.
there.
Yeah. So Big B, all you gotta do is plug it in. You got it right there.
I have it right here.
All right. Maybe if y'all put myself on break, I'll go and grab mine, and then I'll show y'all real quickly how it works. It's real simple. It's real easy. It's a lot of fun. It comes with a case and
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah, I
Yes.
just got mine in, so I haven't had a chance to play with it yet.
yeah,
So
yeah. All right, good stuff, Karen. Anything else, Karen? Brother
No,
Karen?
that's it. I'm done. Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate it.
thank you,
all
brother.
right, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Okay.
All right. All right, who else we
See?
got there? Mm-hmm.
Okay, anybody else?
We have
we go with
iPhone
it says
56.
iPhone 5G, 56,
56, yeah.
56. iPhone.
Is that me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, that's you. Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Darlene. I'm a first time listener.
Well, welcome,
Um,
darling. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Someone was telling me about your program. By me, I'm a diabetic, and he advised me to get on to the show, ask questions, whatever I needed to know, and which was pretty good. I'm diabetic, and I've been telling them that I've been having pain in my left foot. So I've been going back and forth to the doctors. So I have a burning in my foot sometime. I don't know. Is it called neuropathy?
Yep, that is correct. Mm-hmm.
So my
Correct.
question is, I don't know if it's reversal or they have some kind of cure for it. They want me to take all this medicine. I have been taking pain pills because they have been hurting for a minute. So my question is, I don't know if it's reversible or is this something I'm just
Right.
going to
So here's
live
what
out with.
really, understand with neuropathy. That's what it's called, neuropathy. So what's happening is, remember when diabetes, and first thing, if I were to say anything, are you in the Philadelphia area, first of all? Are you in Philadelphia? Okay.
Yes.
I would suggest you come on in and get an assessment one-on-one, and I'll sit down and I'll help you with that. From assessment, we can tell where you are in the process. Got it? Now,
Okay.
with diabetes, if you have diabetes, remember diabetes is an issue of,
Mhm.
write this word down. You got a pen and pad to write this down?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. It's a issue of concentration. Got it?
Mhm.
Concentration. All right. So that means you got to watch certain foods. You got to watch certain foods that you're eating, which means foods that are dehydrated. You're seriously
Mhm.
dehydrated. When it's dehydrated, start to pull the moisture out of your arteries and your veins.
Mm.
Got it? So when you're dehydrated, you got to get your water. So what kind of water you been drinking?
Deer Park.
Oh, bad
Oh,
water.
bad water.
Wow, bad, bad,
That,
bad.
can I say
Why?
that's so water, child.
Oh, girl, you need to stop that right now.
Yeah.
See what I'm
Stay away
holding
from
up
the
right
Deer
here?
Park. Now, the waters you want, and of course, you hear the gallery here, the peanut
Mhm.
gallery. They really they can tell you that we talk about the water all the time. So if you're
Okay.
looking at the spotlight right there where Big B is, you can see that water. That's one of the best waters you can have right there. It's called Crystal Geyser. And this for
Crystal
anyone that's first
Geyser.
time listening. Yep, first time listeners, this is the one. And Crystal Geyser is special because it says right across the top in that blue. Stop right there, Big B, right
Yeah,
there.
but
It says bottled at the source. Got it? See there? Bottled at the
Mhm.
source. Every water you get should be bottled at the source because they bottle it deep in the earth, untouched by air. So when they tap it at the source. That's why when you open that, guess what? That's the first time it touches air. That water will refresh and
Mhm.
revitalize every cell in your body.
yes.
Got it? So that's what works best with diabetics, chronic diseases of all kind, heart disease, inflammation, arthritis, you name it. That's the one.
Mhm.
Stay away from the
Okay.
waters that say spring water, but not bottle at the source. That would be something like
Oh,
Deer Park,
source.
Poland Springs.
Oh,
Got it? All those are bad waters. So that's
okay.
the first thing you would do. But as I was saying, I would suggest that you go to my website and you would
Mhm.
download under Dr. Paul Herbs with a S.com. You
Mhm.
would go to the front page and I'm giving a free giveaway called Mastering a Healthy Lifestyle. Got it?
Mhm.
It's a guidebook. And from that guidebook, what you want to do is inside of there, it's the top 10 toxic foods.
Mhm.
You got to avoid them like the plague.
Yeah,
Got it?
buddy.
You got to avoid them like the plague. Those are the
Okay.
foods that are dehydrating and too concentrated. Things like refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils,
Okay.
heavy processed meats, ultra processed foods. You got things that are, really dehydrating it. So that's where we would start. But neuropathy is something that can be corrected. Yes, it can revitalize your arteries, your veins, your nervous system. You can if we know on this side of holistic health, if you feed the body corrects itself 11 times
Sometimes
faster
fast.
than you get
Yes.
sick. Got it? That's
Okay.
some good
Mhm.
odds right there, right? That's
Yeah,
some good
buddy.
odds.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So
Is
I
this
was,
water in the store?
yes, it is. Yes. You can find it
The
in most of the
supermarket?
stores. Yep. You can find it in a lot of supermarkets. Yep. You can find it
Okay.
in, Acme sells it. I've seen it pretty much you got big lots, well, they're closing down some of the big lots, but you can find it in Walmart. You can find it in, you can find it pretty much everywhere. It's
Yes,
somewhere.
it
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
BJ
All right.
sells it in the 6-pack gallons. So these
Mhm.
are waters that, it's not just the Crystal Geyser, but any water that says
Mhm.
spring water, but bottle at the source. Got it?
Okay.
So some of those things, when you come in for an assessment from our website, you can see we test you for things like neuropathy. I have a test called the RM3A. And from
Mhm.
that test, it'll give you everything that you need to actually, make sure we get a baseline where you are, and then we move forward. And then I can tell you everything you need to stay away from, and these are the things that you need to do more of. Got it? All
Okay.
right.
So how would I go about
Setting up a point right from my website, the one
yeah,
I just gave you,
like from the website. Okay.
right? Or you can go to my web. Let me give you a phone, my number. Okay, it's
Okay.
one for appointments. You can get
Mhm.
1-877 three seven
Mhm.
seven 2854.
Mhm.
Okay, and you'll get one of my assistants, either Ivy or Mulaney, and they'll help you out. Okay.
Okay. All right.
All
Thank you.
right. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate you.
And let this be your stop every Wednesday night, girlfriend. Come on now.
Yes,
Come on, be with your
absolutely.
family.
I will. I will.
Yes,
Your
absolutely.
That's
Paul.
right. That's right. All right, Dr. B, real quick. You talking about all the things you have on your website for downloading. I had my this is my testimony. I had my yearly checkup yesterday at my primary.
Okay.
I printed out every one of the downloads, brother, and made a nice little package and put your name on it and gave it to him.
Great.
Man, well, go ahead, baby.
He said, what is this? I tell him, I'm trying to get you healthy and help your other patients stay healthy too.
You starting something. You starting good trouble over there, Big
Yo,
B.
man. And when I left, he said, I've never seen stuff like this. I said, well, guess what? If you join us on Wednesday night, you're gonna be a happier person when it's all
See,
done.
Big B, he got a good time for promotions. Give Big B a hand, y'all, for being the star.
Oh, man, I couldn't help
Big
it.
B, you the man,
Yes,
Big
Big
B.
B.
You the man.
Congrats.
Go,
Big
Big
B.
You the
One
man.
love.
Man
Hey,
with the
Big
pots
B.
and pans.
That's
Big B.
good stuff, buddy. Good
Big
stuff.
B, your response
Congrats,
should have
Big
been
B.
Grand Rising, everyone. Your
Yes.
response should have been to him, Doc, this is information that you need to know.
That's right. That's right. I like the way he put that. That's right. And see what happens is it's those that keep coming through. You know, a lot of these doctors don't know. You know, I sit with my
They
doctor
really
all the
don't.
time. I said, you know, I talk to him. I talk to the primary for my wife. You know, he's been a good friend of our family over 20 something plus years. And we talk like we talking right now. He knows what I do, and he knows there's certain stuff he's just not going to fly past me, right? So we talk all the time, and he just says, you know what? We just don't know this stuff. He said nobody teaches us this stuff.
That's right.
He said
That's
we don't
right.
know anything about health. You know, they just said we, and I understand that. I was on the allopathic side. I understand there's always, you know, we say suppressive therapy. These are the suppressive therapies to suppress the symptom, nothing to correct the problem. You know, so we understand. We understand. So we help them along the way. A little literature like that can go a long way. So thank you, Big B.
Buddy.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Man,
Thank
look,
you.
I'm gonna be all over. I don't be playing, man.
All right, who else we got next? Who's next? Who's next?
Yo,
Before you go
Paul.
any further, I got a question from Facebook.
Okay, we got Cuz. Is that you, Cuz? What's up, Cuz? That's
I was
Ronzi is on there.
trying to let y'all know that also on Adams Street, Roses sell that water also.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah, roses, yeah.
So if y'all looking
Okay.
for it on Adams Street, that Roses, you can get it.
hmm
Okay.
All right, that's my cousin right there, y'all. Let's get Ronzi a hand. What's up, Ronzi?
What's
Hey,
going on?
Ronzi.
Hey,
What's going on?
Ronzi,
Come on,
man.
Rozzy, baby.
Hi.
Yeah.
What's up?
Look alike.
I say the pepper version of me.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know,
Yes, it
you
is.
like
yeah.
that. It's all my life. It's
Yes,
that.
it
all
is.
my
Good,
all
good
my life
time.
he's been the pepper
Yes,
version.
it is. You can
His
tell.
grandfather, and my grandfather were brothers. How about that? Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Going down the line, who else we got here, Big B? What's
Okay,
going on?
well, I say up in the
You said-
corner there we have.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
said
sorry.
that.
Prophet
Go
said
ahead.
somebody was on Facebook. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Who
right.
was
She
that?
was- she
That's
did.
right.
Yes.
That's right.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Lee.
From Latrandra Trailer Leslie. One, she wants to know what helps with acid reflux. Acid reflux.
Okay.
Whoever asked for the link for the frequency generator, it is in the chat box.
Mm-hmm.
Please look for it there. But what helps
Yeah.
with acid reflux?
Oh, acid reflux is something that I look at some of the best things. You got to watch your food choices. Again, go back to the website, get your water right. Number one, you got to get that water right. Spring water bottle at the source. Everything starts with water because even with the herbs, nothing works without the activator of water. Got it? Number two, my favorite, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul, goes back to aloe vera gel. That's my
Yes,
favorite.
sir. Yes, sir.
That's my
buddy.
go-to. Whenever I have something going on, remember aloe vera gel. There's juice and then there's gel. The gel is best, I say, because it coats the lining of the esophagus all the way down to the stomach and it eventually goes through the intestines. It's a great lubricant for the derma of the skin. A lot of what's happening is that the You know, we call this doctrine of signatures, which means wherever it grows, that's what it's good for. So the aloe vera is heat resistance. What is that? What does a aloe vera plant do all day? It just sits what? Sits out in the
In the sun.
sunshine. Got it?
Mhm.
Stores all of that heat, just like a sunflower, just like a safflower. All those are resistant to heat. So it's good for skin. That's why you put aloe vera on your skin on the outside. So skin on the outside, skin on the inside. You got it? So that's why it's good for inflammation on the inside, which is a lot of acid reflux. Got it? So that's what I would recommend. We usually start off with about 2 to 3 tablespoons, sometimes 30 minutes before you eat. It's excellent if you get it directly from the plant, but you can get it in large gallons and you just keep it in the refrigerator. Usually, we reverse a lot of acid reflux issues. I had probably my oldest situation of someone on medication was about 15 years of acid reflux, taking medications. And when we got her on an aloe vera game plan, she got rid of it in about 7 to 10 days.
Mm,
How about that? Ain't that something? She
mm,
struggled
mm, mm,
all
mm-hmm.
15
Mhm.
years on medication, but we
Wow.
got rid of
Wow.
it in
Mm.
about 7 to 10 days. That just means
Wow.
that this is about acid versus alkaline. That's what the world we're talking about. That's all this is about. And reduce that means that also stay off the refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils, all those things that cause acid. If you go
Mm,
to my website and also with the Mastering a Healthy Lifestyle, download that, but also download that acid alkaline food chart. So
yes.
you know what foods are
Get him
causing the
all right.
problem. You
Get
can't
him
you
all right.
can't miss that one. Put that
Yes,
one
sir.
right on the
I
refrigerator.
know that, buddy.
That one stays on my refrigerator because you got to know what it is that's moving this stuff that's causing you acid. Did you know walnuts? Do you know walnuts can cause you acid? Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Mm,
Mm-mm.
Yeah, walnuts fall on the acidic side. Brazil
Oh, wow.
nuts fall on the acidic side. Pecans are on the acidic side.
mm.
Got it? So it
Wow.
doesn't mean you can't have them. It just means that you got to know how to
Moderation.
balance them. So that's
Yes.
why for every alkaline, for every 4 alkaline, you can have 1 acid. That's why they mix nuts. I'm just using nuts as an example because that's usually one that's really causes a lot of acid reflux and people really don't, they kind of miss that one, but I see a
Mm-hmm.
lot of that. So just all of that, go right to my website and you can download it. Okay.
Now,
Aloe vera gel for the skin.
Yep.
Let's say
That is
people have itches, the body itches. You can put that on the skin.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. It's good for the skin, itching. What's also good for itching of the skin would be neem oil.
Okay.
Neem oil.
you got to get
Yep.
to
Neem is specifically a little bit more aggressive. I would say neem is also something that if there's anything that's dealing with probably parasitic on the skin, because that happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know when I don't know if y'all remember, Philadelphia was having an issue, and I don't know where the level is, but we had an issue with scabies. Remember
Yeah.
scabies was
Mm-hmm.
out? You know, a lot of people were having scabies issues.
Mhm.
And scabies, if you know about scabies, oh man, it's really something you got to watch out for because it's very contagious. And what it happens is when those little parasitic things grab into your skin, they start to dig trenches into your skin. And it can look like lines. And you can get this from trying on clothes, ladies. Yep.
Oh,
Brothers.
wow.
Yep. Yep.
Oh
Trying on
wow.
clothes. A lot of scabies was traveling through
Wow.
things like the thrift stores. Was traveling through the
Mm.
thrift stores. So you know when people go into thrift stores and try on clothes, yep, they was catching scabies from that stuff because they don't know
Mm.
where it was coming from. You got people, a lot of that stuff is not clean. So be
Right.
careful, ladies, when you're going thrift shopping and things like that. Watch when you're trying these clothes on. So a lot of things that were not working, a lot of we say the pharmaceutical versions weren't working. Guess what? That neem oil was working. That'll knock it right out. That'll shut it all down. Got it? Got it?
Dr.
So
Paul, I think you told us something about all aloe vera gel is not created equally.
yeah, there was
Think specific.
some that have good question. Is that Betty? Is it you, Betty?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
some of them have what's called carrageenan. Now, carrageenan is not necessarily a bad thing. Carrageenan though, can be, it's from the seaweed. And when you agitate it, it gets thick. So some people may have a problem with that digestion. It may be a little too thick for some people. You know how I say some people, if you're having issues with your villi or assimilation issues, you got to watch things that are what? Thick, creamy, things that pour slow.
Oh,
Got
slow.
it? You got to
Yes.
watch those things because it's going to now add issues with your ability to assimilate those nutrients. So sometimes you'll see carrageenan as a thickener. Uh, Most of them, there's pretty much Big B. You got one right there. Do
Yeah, I
you
got
see
one
one?
here.
You see
Yeah.
one in there? Do you see what's in there? Do you see one
It's got
carrageenan in there?
I don't see carrageenan in it, Dr. P.
The
Ingredients.
Forever Aloe does not have carrageenan. I put it in the chat box. The
Yeah,
Forever
there you
Aloe.
go. Forever. What was it again?
Forever Aloe.
Forever aloe. Yep.
With no carrageenan.
Yep. See, some people will have a problem, some people don't. So that's what we probably were talking about, Betty.
Right.
That carrageenan.
Thank
And remember, carrageenan is also used in vegan desserts. That's what holds, like the vegan key lime pies. Got it? They're using carrageenan. So that's why I'm saying it's not bad. It's just that some people may have an issue with it. It's good to keep in mind. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Big B, who else we got? Anybody on Facebook, on in the chat box, or up at the top? Okay.
Let me see. Well, Betty up in the top. Wake up on the top left. Betty, you there?
Yes, I do have a question.
Sure.
But Dr. Lenny posted, and this is not my question, what he prefers as a posture corrector, which was some tape.
Oh yeah, the KT tape, BB. The KT
and
tape?
he said he preferred it because it retrains you how to use your own muscles. So I just wanted to mention that if people didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wondering how often you can use that, but I don't see Dr. Lenny on here.
I don't see him.
He's on. I think he was on. He might have jumped
on earlier. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was on it. But KT tape is excellent. It's excellent to it trains the muscles, but it also supports the muscles that strains that happen in the body, in the back, any part of the body. You need that extra support. So when you put it on in a way where it supports that tendon or that area that may have been damaged. That's why KT tape. The UFC runners, when they got the tape, or football players with the tape on the side. Yeah, that's what it is. Let me tell you, it works wonders. And it's something that you can shower with also. So most of the time when you keep it on, you can shower with it also. So people keep it on. It's water resistant. And you can buy it in most places, like you can buy it in the drugstore. KT tape. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
all right.
My question was, I've seen a supplement that's been popping up on my news feed. It seems like every year there's a supplement that they are throwing out there. It's NAD, as in David. NAD. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, matter of fact, we talked about that last week. NAD. It's a long name. That's why people don't really mention the name. It's nicodamide adenine. It's a really long word. What is it? It's a coenzyme. Okay, and these are coenzymes that are in cells, and the body makes these. These are actually they're parts of the cellular ability for you to build. So, and when you're talking about mitochondria, about getting the energy to the cell, that's what this is all about. My take on these things is this. You have to look at and say that God is a genius. And I say, don't separate, isolate, or divide things. Keep them together. We're living in a world that always wants to separate, isolate, divide it, tear down. That's the perfect takedown. But when God says, look, I got it all together for you, it's all in one group, one organization, one family. That's what I made you for. You are the converters. You are the reproduction of me. So you are the reconverters. That's what your liver, your pancreas, your kidneys do. We convert energies. So what we do is we take those things, flip the prebiotics, things like, fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, seeds. We flip that and we break down things that turn into NADs and things like that, all in the mitochondrial level. So
Okay.
I say always look for the family. Don't separate, isolate, or divide it. Keep it together. Okay. But it's been effective. A lot of people are showing effective. You see it probably on Joe Rogan. They push it all over. It's like you said, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. But I tend to see deficiencies of something else always when you just use one thing. See, some people say, "Oh, yeah, it did this, but it didn't do that," But if you keep it together and you build the mitochondria from that level where we supposed to, we get all the dynamics the way God intended it. Yep.
Thank you.
All right, good stuff, Betty. Good stuff. All right, let's see who else we got here.
Okay. All right.
Any more
Anybody else?
questions in the
Any
chat?
more
Or we
questions?
got Dr. Corinda up at the top?
There are a
Hello.
couple questions in the chat, Bill. I can't go back and look, but
Which one are you looking
in the
at?
chat, oh goodness
Let's
gracious.
give it up for our moderators here. That's AKA Fingers, Prophetess over there,
As always.
and Big B. They working it out over there.
Can you, I did that. Does
All
the
right.
frequency device help tensing up due to anxiety?
Yeah.
And what is the
Mhm.
best herb for tremors?
Yes.
Those are in the chat box.
Okay,
Yes.
so frequency for anxiety. Did I hear that?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, there is let's see, frequency for anxiety tends to be like a 432, somewhere around there. 432. Got it? 432 hertz.
432?
Yeah, 432. Yeah. Usually 432. I have to look, I have a frequency chart that I have all
Matter
of
of fact,
them
I've
on.
got it right here, Dr.
You got it
Paul.
right
Let me
there,
see.
Big B?
Yeah, let's see. Anxiety.
Yeah,
There's
anxiety.
anger, pride, courage, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, enlightenment, and peace.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds right, bro, Big B.
Man, look, a brother gonna get on it,
Take
man.
some notes, don't
Look, boy, what you talking about? I'll be playing. See it right there.
Yeah, there you go. So,
Okay.
so yes, those are for the frequencies. Now they have this thing called binaural beats. Sometimes you can go on YouTube and listen to. So they'll take that tone and also add things like music to it, waves,
Yeah.
sounds, things like that, strings. They jazz it up a little bit, but you can just take that one beat and actually see the dynamics of what it does. Frequency and sound is powerful.
Yeah, man.
Very
Dr.
powerful.
It says apps and muscle can't match the healing power. It says by, let's say, frequencies that sync with your body's rhythm, providing deeper relaxation, detoxification, improved circulation, and balanced energy.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay,
So
and they give it to you in colors.
Yeah. So I would say get with those frequencies. There's a list of them. I did do it. I don't have it in front of me right now, but Big B has it right there.
Yeah.
Prophetess, I don't know if you can actually grab that. Yeah.
I got
So
the frequency. I get it and send everyone.
Okay. And
Paul,
what was the other questions? What was the other questions?
It was about tremors, herbs for tremors.
Right.
Herbs for tremors. Okay, tremors means that there would be first an assessment needed first to determine what the situation. That's why I would invite the person or persons to come in to get what's called the RM3A. That's our full body analysis where we can actually see what's going on. Usually there's we have an indicator called the autonomic system. Okay, the autonomic system is walking, talking, balance, coordination. That's also if there's any dysfunction with the nervous system, it could be a lot of different reasons. It could be malnutrition. Malnutrition is the big issue. Usually dehydration is another. But it also can mean that there's disruption in what's called the myelin sheath. And that's the central coating over the central nervous system. It's a protective coating. And sometimes that comes from the ultra processed foods, exposure to chemicals, vaccination sometimes. Sometimes you can get into exposure to asbestos, root canals, mercury filling, and also shellfish. So it's a lot of different things can be for that. We try to determine first the baseline, then we move forward. Some of the things that you can do, there's some herbs specifically, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. One would be gotu kola. Gotu kola. Gotukola. Got it? Another one would be bacopa. 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 Another one is glutathione. And that's because we raise the level of antioxidants to try to fight this thing if there's anything that could be binding. I also look at things like zeolite, because you got to repair that myelin sheath. Okay. Glutamine. Okay. Also glucosamine. These are herbs that are traditionally used for that central nervous system. And there's a list of a lot of different ones out there that deal with the nerves and the ability for repairing of that system. But those are just some of the few. Ashwagandha would be another one. Mm-hmm.
And what about if you had the tooth pulled instead of the root canal?
What was that?
What if you had the tooth pulled instead of the root canal this week? What
Well,
you would use those same?
if you had the tooth pulled, and did you ever have the root canal, or this was after root canal and you had it pulled?
It was after the root canal. They pulled it last
Right.
week, and then they put a thing in for a crown. I mean, what do you call it? An implant.
Yeah. See, it probably needed to go from the very beginning. See, sometimes when the tooth, remember, every tooth in your mouth is connected to an organ in your body. And that's where it becomes a problem. Yep, exactly. Every tooth in your mouth is connected to an organ in your body. So the placement of wherever that tooth is, it could
number 30.
cause. Okay, so that could be a certain part of the body. We have charts that we can look at that can cause issues with that part of the body. So yeah, you got a tooth that's connected to your liver. You got a tooth that's connected to your kidneys. You got a tooth that's connected to your brain. Yep. You got all this stuff. Ain't that, don't they call that one tooth called wisdom tooth? Wonder why they call it wisdom tooth.
Don't
Why
even
they
want to
call
talk
it
about it.
wisdom tooth?
It's
Maybe it's
connected to your
because it's
brain.
connected to your brain. So if we take it out, you ain't got no brain.
Oh,
So that's what's wrong with me. I know what's up now.
So that's just what we do. And when you've had it you said it was just taken out?
Yeah, Monday last week.
So what we do is we do packing, just to make sure no infection happens. I'm just giving you the protocol, not just for you, but I don't know what your situation. We say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. We take a packing. We take the black walnut. Okay, you get the black walnut powder. Got it? You take golden seal root powder.
Oh, powder.
Powder. All these are powders because you want to make a packing agent of it. And clove powder. Okay, clove powder. Got it? You take those three, mix those up, add a little bit of like a tea tree oil. Okay? And then you make a pack, put it on a cotton ball, put it on there, place it right in that area. Pack it down and you bite down on it and keep it in that area. That makes sure any infections don't happen. You can also take it and rub it on the gum area. See, clove is very good for numbing the pain. That was an ancient numbing pain. Cloves. So you can take clove oil or the clove powder and just rub that on the gum area. That'll keep it from getting inflamed. That also, for family that's listening, if you have I did a whole show on this. When you have issues with inflammation due to swelling because of medication, gingival, you have a gingival issue with swelling from medication, clove oil or clove powder will bring that down, brings that swelling down. Yeah. Got it? So hopefully that helps you, okay?
Yes, and you said the first one was charcoal?
No, black walnut.
Black walnut. Thank you.
Black walnut. Yeah, black walnut's got a special kind of thing. That's anti-parasitic, and it also draws. So this same formula that I just gave y'all is also good for any draw, poison ivy, poison oak, anything that's drawn, a boil, blister, anything that you want to draw, it'll do the same thing.
Dr. Paul, that was clove what?
Clove oil or clove powder, either one.
Okay, thank you.
But not the whole clove, Dr. Paul?
You can chew the clove.
Okay.
That's also, remember we talked about that last week. We talked about chewing cloves as a healthy, everyday, thing that you can do.
I just started this week.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Neetha. Yep. It's called, the Latin name is called clavis, which means nail. It looks like little nails, don't it?
Yeah.
Look like little nails. Yep. So, and it was perfect for sticking in the ham. Remember? Sticking right in the ham.
Yep.
I guess the first person said, "Oh wow, that's convenient."
Oh boy. All right, Dr. Clinton, there was a question earlier on before we go up to Clinda. Why is it that people use genetics as a crutch to not change their lifestyle? Is it possible or is it impossible for them to change the way they live due to their mother and father's lifestyle?
Oh, great question. I love that question. That's a great question. And this dives deep into belief systems. Got it? It's based on whose philosophy you believe in.
Yeah.
If you believe the philosophical belief and understanding that you genetically are tied to your family and that whatever happened to them happens to you, then that's what you believe.
Yeah.
Now, whether that's true or not, I beg to differ. Absolutely. You are not exactly what you are. Yes, you get handed down your DNA, but that don't mean that's exactly who you stay.
Amen.
You got it.
I know that's right.
You can change your rewriting. That's the RNA for you for now what you give to your family. So you have the ability to break that vicious cycle. Got it? The only thing that we saw when we looked at verifiably, when people say, "Oh yeah, well everybody in our family got diabetes," great grandma had, grandfather had, grandma and great grandmother had it, mama and daddy had it, brother, sister, cousin, all of them had it. Guess what? Only thing we can verifiably say is everybody eating the same thing.
Same thing. That's right.
That's it. That's it.
Behaviors.
Yeah, and there was always one person that never ate that stuff. That was like an auntie or somebody that said, "Y'all need to eat that pork alone or whatever." She never got it.
Yeah.
She never got all that stuff. So it's all about what you believe and we always say, what I always say, know who you're talking to and who's talking to you. You got it? Because that is so important. You got to understand the philosophical approach from which they come from. Because that's all they're going to believe. Anything else, they're not going to believe you. But does that mean it's right? No. Only God has the right system. You got it? Absolutely. That's the whole point. So that's why I tell people, well, keep believing what you keep believing, but you got to know who you're talking to. You got it? All right. All right. Who else we got? What else is next?
Can I add a frequency the frequency that they wanted to know? I found my notes. 852 hertz. And you said it redirects the mind from negative thinking, depression, and anxiety, and overwhelming worries. That's from you, Dr. Paul, to that person that individual that wanted to know the frequency. 852.
Oh yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. That's it. So you dive into these frequencies, and you know what I've been doing? I have a list of them. I keep everything by my bed. It's up by my bed. And I say, you know what? I want to experience where I am first. I feel like what I feel right now. I feel a little anxious, a little bit, I need to pep up. I need relaxation. Whatever the situation is, that's what these frequencies are for. They're to balance you out. So that's why when you look at that number, you want to align yourself based off of what you are experiencing at that time. That usually works very well. So sometimes if you want like a general overview of everything to get all that line of chakra, that would be a 432. Or there is the tone for the earth. You know, the earth has a tone, earth frequency. Anybody know what the earth frequency is? Anybody know what the
Yes, of
earth
course.
frequency is? I don't think
No.
I talked about that one.
No, you haven't.
I didn't talk about that, did I?
No, you didn't.
Yeah. So if you want to get a tone and you want to tune directly into the vibration of the earth itself, it actually is 7.83. That's the resonance of the earth. Got it? That's the resonance of the, that's what is considered like the Schumann resonance. And it's basically, you know, of course, Schumann, they give it these names, but this is Mother Earth, her frequency. This is no man discovered this. This is her. You got it? So
How would you know you need that tone, that frequency?
how do you what now?
Know that you need that frequency.
Well, this is when you feel like you're not grounded.
Okay.
And you feel that, you know, things kind of getting away from you. I need to get more grounded. I need to, you know, things are moving too fast for me in my life. I need to sort of reset. That's when you reset back to the earth. That would be equivalent to grounding and taking his shoes off and getting in, standing in some
going out and
grass.
hugging a tree, huh, Dr. Paul?
Yeah, hugging them trees.
Gotta help that.
Tree huggers. Tree huggers.
I'm a tree hugger
I'm
for
a tree
days.
hugger for days, boy.
Barefoot and tree hugging.
Boy, you gonna sleep like a baby.
I know that's right, boy.
That's why people sleep like a baby, because
Me
when they say
too.
I hugged the tree and then they say when I went home, I just, oh my gosh, I felt so
died.
good. That's because you grounded yourself to Mother Earth. That's like your Mother Earth wrapping her arms all around you. How about that? It's a great feeling, y'all. It's a great feeling.
Dr. Paul, are those hertz or megahertz?
That's hertz.
Hertz. Those are hertz.
HZ. Mm-hmm.
So,
So if
Paul,
you
I have a
get-
question.
Sure.
All
Yeah, go,
right.
Ronnie.
So we already understand that the 7.83 megahertz, hertz for the earth, but the tuning forks was healing forks in ancient times. So do you want to explain to them how you can have a tuning fork to help with things like anxiety or headaches and things of that nature?
Well, that's the whole concept of the Ankh. You know the Ankh? You know, you've heard the expression. They said, spare the rod.
For the child.
And what?
Spoil the
For the
child.
child.
Spoil the child, right? And what does that mean?
Whoop they butts.
I knew it.
Yep. But not spoil them.
No, see that whoop they butt. Not whip, whoop they butt.
All right, we're about to upset a whole lot of folks right now because that's not what it meant.
That's not what it meant.
That's not what it. So you're gonna have to go back and apologize to your children for whipping them every time.
Oh boy.
For the rod, spoil the child. When you look back at the ancient understanding of frequency, vibration, tone, color, it was not to actually beat them. It means that you would take this thing called a ankh. It was an ankh, but it was a tuning fork.
Right.
And you would lay the child on the table, and if they were out of balance, you would hit it, boom, and you run it over their body to bring them back in tune. That's what it was for. See, every organ in your body has a frequency, an organ. So when you run that frequency up and down their body from the top of their head to their toes, it's the same concepts of Reiki. You can tune them and put them back into balance and put them back into healing. Get the organs moving. That's what it's all about. You know what it sounds like when we were when we experienced the sound of it. You know what it sound like? It sound like the country guitar, that twang, 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 twang. That's what it sound like. That's exactly what it sound like. Yeah. Somebody said, "Oh my God." You gonna have to go back in.
Yeah, I wanted to bring it up because I know it's about frequency, and you talked about it, and it's something that somebody can buy, the medical tuning forks, and that's another alternative.
Yes, you can.
And
You can buy the.
And I wanted to bring it up to them. I know we know because we talk about our grandparents. My grandfather's a naturopathic doctor too, so. You know, I let you take lead though. Go ahead, cuz.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, Ron, he says, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, brother.
You know, we call that a soft pitch.
Yeah.
That's a soft pitch right there. That's a cousin soft pitch. Yeah.
Oh
So
boy.
my job is
I
to
love
knock it out the
this kind of
park. So
stuff.
he slow pitches
He
it
slow
to me.
pitched it up.
He slow pitches
Yeah,
it.
that's all.
But that's exactly, you're spot on, cuz that's exactly it. And you remember, one of the number one places of
All right, we're
healing
gonna work the lower
ground,
abdominal muscle. We're gonna
the healing ground for the body, believe it or not, guess where it was, family? Guess where the healing for the body was and still is? The
The feet.
healing center. The healing center for the body. Guess where it is?
Feet.
In the solar plexus?
So
No. The healing frequencies for the body,
Yep.
the ancient healing frequencies for the body is the playground.
Oh,
The
That makes sense.
seesaw. The
yes,
Yeah,
seesaw,
that makes
yes. The
sense.
right?
seesaw,
The
the swing,
seesaw,
the merry-go-round, everything.
the
Yes, let's do it on
merry-go-round.
balancing.
When you get on the swing,
I
you
forgot.
got two poles, right? And then you got what? The swings right through the two poles. One
Yeah.
pole is male, one pole is
Female.
female.
That makes
So when
sense.
you take the person that was sick, they would get in the swing and swing through the polar fields, and it would recharge their body back in balance.
Have mercy.
Wow. Now you know why you feel so good when you get on the swing.
Isn't there something?
Have
Have mercy. Never thought about that. I'm
Yes.
glad I came to class tonight. Doctor.
So yeah, you can't get out there right now. It's too cold.
I know that's right. Ain't no tree hugging either going on right now.
Ain't gonna be swinging on no merry-go-round today. That's right.
No,
But
not the
but these are the places that were the healing grounds. The seesaw was also. Did you know even the games that we played were used for divining to see how sick a person was? Did you know they used to have this thing where they would take this ionized ball, they would take the polarity of the ball, and they would connect these pins that were up in front of them. And what they would do is tell the sick person to swing the ball down this lane to knock down the pins. Does that sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
That sound like what?
bowling.
That sound like
Bowling.
bowling. Yep, that was a divine healing method. These are all divine ancient healing methods.
Have
Yep.
mercy. Have
Something
mercy.
like bowling. Same things that you notice, that things like tennis, things back and forth, those are male female principle. Whenever there's two, one is what? Male,
male,
Yeah,
one
the
is
other one is
female.
female. So
Yeah,
in
buddy.
some ways, they keep each other in balance. So that's the basis for the actual, what we call the ancient playground. This ancient playground was a healing center. Yeah, maybe I have to do a class on that. That would be a
That would
good
be
class.
it. That would be good.
That'd be
That
a
would
real
be
good
good.
class. But yeah,
Very
that's
nice.
mhm.
Okay. One other comment, then we'll go to Clorinda. Well, here's one here, Dr. Paul. This is from a little early. This is concerning what they call a good plant-based collagen. Also, that's one good plant-based collagen. And the next one is losartan a bad blood pressure medication or lisinopril? May I? And then Dr. Lenny's number she wanted and figured
Okay.
already got that time. So
Okay.
there's a two-part question.
I'm gonna let Neitha answer that first one.
What was that question?
Good plant-based collagen.
You know what? I don't know because I see advertised always bovine, and I don't want that.
Right.
And so
But your favorite one though. Your favorite one.
Well, okay. My sea buckthorn.
There you go. There you go.
There you go now.
That's my go-to for
That's
everything
it.
on my face every day, and
Yes.
on my toenails. I went to see my husband and gave him a bath, and his toes. Okay, my sea buckthorn. I'm putting it on your toes.
That's right. There you go.
It helps. I put it on my skin. It helps to clear up bruises. Takes a little time, but they do clear up.
Okay.
I swear by my sea buckthorn. I was just trying to find the person in here. I think is Fernandez, because they asked what is neem good for and what is sea buckthorn good for, but they said neem oil, but I take neem because it's a blood it's a blood cleanser.
Yeah,
So-
neem. Yeah, neem has so many different things. When we
Right.
say that the The scripture talks about Revelation 22 talks about how the trees are for the healing of the
In the
nation.
nations, yes.
They definitely was talking about neem or moringa, all those trees. See, those things are antibacterial, antiviral, antiseptic, antifungal, and antiparasitic. So they have those five. Those only five things that can affect you. Those are the five right there. And that deals with all five of them, wraps them up and deals with them seriously. And at the same time, as a defendant for you, it feeds you. That's what the most powerful part about it. That's what makes them the miracle tree. So after I fight for you and kick their butt, I'm gonna feed you and build you back up. That's the ultimate herb right there. That is ultimate.
And you can put the sea buckthorn in your green drink as well.
Yep, you can put it in your green drink. That is correct. Comes in oil, and then you sometimes, well, you can get the berries and you can get the leaves. You can get a lot of different variations. So go online. It's all good. You can't go wrong.
I just prefer the oil.
Yeah, the oil is good. The real oil really is good. So
unrefined, don't get unrefined. You get raw.
Refined. That's right. Unrefined. That's correct.
Yes,
now,
absolutely.
the other thing she said was about losartan.
Losartan.
Okay, now there. I don't know if anybody knows or if anybody's on this. Check with your doctor if you're on losartan. There was a recall for losartan, which is a potassium and hydrochlorothiazide tablets. That was in May of 2024. Got it? So check with your doctor. It was for, I believe it was like 1,000 count bottle, and it was something around a 50 milligrams. So check with your doctor when you do that, because people were having side effects with that. Of course, it's used for hypertension, blood pressure, things like that. But it was a recall on that. So some people were having like reactions with their lips were swelling up like ridiculous. I had a couple of cases that came in that their lips got really outrageous, like ridiculous.
And the only ones who would get the 1,000 count bottle would be the pharmacy, the wholesaler.
Right. You got it. You got it. So it's a lot of stuff going on. Be careful, y'all. We're getting stuff from China and from India, man. Come on,
things are getting crazy.
I
was just talking to someone today. They were talking about they want to keep that blood pressure thing, but they were trying to utilize beet juice and the blood pressure. Do they counteract each other?
Well, yeah, because you got to be careful, because just like with certain things, they're doing the same thing at the same time. That's why ginkgo is another one. Okay, ginkgo. You shouldn't be taking ginkgo if you're on a blood thinner. Got it? Because they do the same thing. And then I was seeing, matter of fact, I remember when one of the juice companies was having, like, they had a juice. I was walking through the market one day and it says, oh yeah, this is I think it was like cranberry juice with I think it was cranberry with ginkgo. I'm like, yo, you can't be putting ginkgo in juice. If somebody was taking a blood thinner, man, they're gonna pass out taking this stuff. So you gotta watch that. So ginkgo is a blood thinner. You got a lot of
too, right?
garlic. Well, garlic is less. It's a blood thinner also, but it's more of a blood cleanser. So you got to watch when you're taking any medicine. That's why we say take it 2 to 3 hours before or after medication, never at the same time, because your body can only assimilate one at a time. So we know medication is what? Suppressive therapy. It's suppressing the symptoms. You got it? Whereas now you have something that's actually feeding you, that's trying to correct the problem. That's the food. That's why we say we know on this side that we know that food is food. Got it? Somebody tell you can't have food, you got a problem. Yet with pharmaceuticals, there are side effects. So make sure you know about the side effects, what you're taking, and make sure that it's affecting, control studies. Look at that stuff and see if the control studies look like people that look like you. Got it? That's what that's what I always tell people. Yeah.
Dr. Paul, I had a family member who was going into surgery, and the doctor told them not to eat or take a lot of garlic 2 weeks prior to the surgery.
That is correct. That's the anesthesiologist. Yep, that's correct. Yes, that's correct. So that's because definitely, you don't want your blood thinning, especially if you're going into major surgery. Yeah, too thin. So, and it can also cause lightheadedness,
Yes.
Oh yeah, I had experience with ginkgo. All right, I'm gonna share this with y'all. I was experiencing when I first, I guess, introduced with ginkgo, maybe when I was like a teenager, and I started taking ginkgo. And man, Big B, I started taking all this ginkgo because I heard it made you smart.
Mm-hmm.
I started taking a
Well,
so here we
You start speaking with forked tongue, huh?
yeah,
so
have mercy.
and I started thinking, I remember I was laying on the bed, right? And I said, wait a minute, the floor is moving.
I know that's right.
The floor is moving. I was like, wait a minute. I had to put my foot back on the ground like I was like, it can raise your level of connecting to the universe, man. It is a powerful, powerful herb. Remember, that's what the elephants, when they cross the Sahara, there's certain times of the year when they cross that Sahara to get that long journey. Guess what? They get to that patch. They eat a ginkgo patch to replenish themselves. And that means that's how you'll always find them after a long journey. Elephants will go and rest in a ginkgo patch. Now, my question to you, there's no memory like a elephant
memory.
There you go. It's because of that ginkgo. But you got to watch it because it is a blood thinner. So just check out everything. Just make sure you understand what you're taking. All right.
Okay. All right. Let's go and get everybody inside here, Dr. Clark. We're at 39. There's five folk up here. So let's get Dr. Corinda first. Let's get everybody else inside. Dr. Corinda?
Yeah, I just have kind of a comment that I've been listening to the watching TV and listening to his commercials. And you know, Morgan and Morgan is one of the largest. Morgan and Morgan is now making an association where people probably need to contact them if they have children who have diabetes or other type 2 diabetes or other digestive issues, because they're looking at class action lawsuits against food companies for the stuff that they're adding into the food. I'm like, okay, now you want to do it? Really?
Wow. That's huge. That's so huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And the fact that, because I'm like, okay, Morgan and Morgan against the FDA or individual food companies.
Money.
Folks gonna jump on that.
Yes,
That is so huge. That is
big
so
time,
huge.
Doc.
Because number one,
time.
you know, I'm looking at the angle on this. Ain't nobody gonna fight against children.
Right.
No. If you try to, what's the defense on that?
Right.
You can't defend that. And especially if you take something like one of the ingredients, which would be like a titanium dioxide.
Or BHT, which they're outlawing now.
Right. And you can rest assured the offense, the prosecution is going to say, well, hey, you know what? It was banned in California long before even in the rest of the part of the United States. That's evidence right there.
Right.
It's so much to that. That is huge. That is really huge. And I hope that they start to clarify something, because children are starting to come up with, you know,
colon cancer,
high blood pressure, juvenile diabetes, juvenile dialysis. Did you know that that's the new frontier? Juvenile dialysis. Are you kidding me?
That's crazy, man.
They got little machines to go in little arms.
Yes.
This is crazy. This is crazy. You know, but yes, it's the real world that we live in. And if you don't say something, you know, our children are going to be pushed right down that line.
Right.
You got to say something. So that's good information. So keep us up to date on that, Dr. Brenda. That was good.
Okay.
That was really good.
That it, Glenda?
That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank
Nikki.
you. Appreciate you.
Nikki, you're next, and then Nita. Nikki?
Hello, Dr. Paul and everybody.
Hello. Nikki.
I had a question about how do you treat early signs of glaucoma?
Well, definitely it comes back to number one, glaucoma is pressure. Okay, so you gotta definitely start to look at your blood pressure, number one. Okay, are you on high blood pressure? Is this for you or someone else?
For somebody else.
Okay, so you definitely have to look at, you know, is their pressure? Because usually it starts with the blood pressure. Number two is, of course, water. You got to get their water right, okay? Because the water is the key, and it's always a dehydration factor. When the blood pressure is going up, it's because of the hydration, too much processed foods. That's that sugar, y'all. That sugar. That sugar go right for them eyes. Let me tell you. That's exactly what it does. And it starts to now narrow those areas of the cranial arteries in the eyes, and therefore when that blocks up, it gets backed up. Now the eyes can't detox. Then you stop seeing the crust in the eyes in the morning when you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no more crust in the eyes. That's the eyes detoxing. That's what cycle. What's that circadian rhythm again? That's called the what cycle, y'all? What was that? I hear crickets, big D. I hear
Detox.
crickets.
Detox.
You eliminate
That's
passive elimination.
what cycle is that first thing in the morning? That's your what cycle? Quick.
Is that the detoxin?
Quick.
Cleansing.
Cleansing.
Cleansing, right.
Cleansing.
So if I'm cleansing in the morning, that
Yes.
means that eye is detoxing. Got it?
Mhm.
That's why the skin is shedding. That's where the ashy feet and the ashy legs come from. That's your skin shedding. Everything's happening in the morning. You do a bowel movement, you urinate, all of this stuff. Some people throw up every morning. Did you know that? That's because they're detoxing. Everybody's detoxing. But if you stop seeing that coming out of the eye, where is it going? It's backing up in the eye. First sign is usually cataracts. Got it? Cataracts start to now block those areas. Now you can't detox. Now, after that, mucus forms in the eye. Got it? We call that snot in the eye.
Snot in the eyes.
This is way back in the day. And then after that, pressure comes with that.
Right.
Got it? Pressure comes. So what happens with pressure? Glaucoma. And that's where we got to release the pressure. So it starts with what? We back it up, start with water. Stay away from the refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils. Got it? And then also you got to start to do some kind of a herb that helps to relieve that area. So you got herbs that are good for the eyes, not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. We have what's called Dr. Christopher's Eye Bright formula. We also have this combination of what's called zeaxanthin and lutein. Okay, these are things that you can buy these all out there. Bilberry, blueberry, huckleberry, all of the berry families. You'll find that. Okay, so that's just some. I would suggest they come in for an assessment if they're in the Philadelphia area, and I can help them out.
Okay. I have one quick other question.
Sure.
Well, I came across this little clip. It's like maybe 2 seconds clip. I want you to listen to it and tell me what you think.
Okay.
It's the bottle. And we're beginning to realize that these bottled waters, I mean, come on, like I used to carry around bottled water all the time with me. All right, you're supposed to stay hydrated, right?
Right.
Okay. Any vacation you go to, you're getting a bottle of water in your hotel room. Turns out that now we realize that the bottled water, the bottles of plastic bottles are shedding microplastics into the water. So while we don't taste it, we're actually pouring plastic into our bodies.
Yeah, he's absolutely correct.
That's right.
He's actually correct. We've talked about that. That's called PFAS. Polyfluoroalkyl fluoral. This is actually what's happened, the microplastics. But see, this is where we have to catch up. It's not just in the bottled water, it's everything.
Yes.
Everything. We got to think about the coffee cup. How many people go to Starbucks every morning? They put it in these plastic containers, plastic lids, put a straw in there, that's plastic. Heat tears down everything, and the microplastics are being found everywhere. They're going crazy with the contaminants of microplastics. They also have these things called phthalates, which is the plastics. They can seep into water. They can go all over the place. We used to have this BPA thing that everybody was on, but then they found out it was even deeper than that because the babies were having these plastics found in their blood systems. So microplastics is a major problem. It's everywhere. Now, that's why we say cleanse every change of seasons. You have to start to do something to clean this stuff out of you. Because if you don't, you're exposed to everything. They started looking at the microplastics from microplastic from flip-flops.
Yeah, man.
They going crazy right now with the microplastics, but it's everywhere. And one of the other ones that's really big is the tea bags. You know the tea bags? You know, like the
Oh
tea
my.
bags that, you know, like that are in the, like the Lipton and all the different ones. Well, that actually they spray it with a what they call it's a binder.
Like a
Right.
It's
preservative?
the binder, right? And it helps to keep the tea bags lined up. You know how when you pull them out, they all lined up? Well, it keeps them from losing their consistency, so it lines them up. But guess what? When you put that in some hot water, it releases billions of microplastics.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
It's in our makeup.
It's in the makeup. That's why I said it's more than just the bottled water. It's everywhere. It's everywhere in everything. They're finding it in vegetables. Remember, I gave the
It's
report
everywhere, man.
how they were finding it in kale, spinach, and everywhere.
Yes.
That's why I said, no, we living in these times when the Bible said when all things would be polluted.
Yeah,
So
man.
you have to, this is why you have to do these detoxes every change of season. Colon cleanse, parasite. You got to get this stuff moving. Get it in and get it out. You know, the glutathione, the zeolite, these are binders. The kelp, the chlorella, these are binders. The bentonite clay, you know, all of these things. That's what pulls this stuff out of your body. So, yep, it's real. It's real, and we in it. Yeah.
Indeed. Okay, Nikki, that it?
What about Shilajit?
Shilajit, absolutely. That's a great binder. Also, another one called Cape Aloes. Cape Aloes. That's a good one. Cape Aloes. Those are bitters. Any of the bitters are binders. They are going to bind to that poison and pull it out of you. That's why black seed bitters is good. You got it. The wood root tonic I told y'all about.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
right,
God got our back, y'all. God got our back.
buddy.
Don't get discouraged. You just got to keep it moving.
Keep on pushing.
That's right. God got our back.
Okay, Dr. Queen, we got 4. Now we got Neetha, CJ, Yvette, and Wade, and that's it. And we're on the end of the vein.
Okay.
Neetha,
Hello, everyone. I'm going to make this very quick. And this is just some information that since I've been dealing with my husband going back and forth to the rehab and the hospital and, you know, the facilities. And then with his problem, I started thinking, it's just God just turned on a light bulb. And, you know, in the hospital, they have vital signs, and they are very important because that's why they call them vital signs. Well, I noticed in the nursing facilities, long-term care, they maybe do vital signs once a week. But have any of you noticed, or Dr. Paul, have you noticed, okay, they come around once a shift and they give you a pitcher of water. You know, okay. I think it's very vital that they need to also find out, are you drinking water?
Yes, period.
You know, so many of these residents in these nursing facilities, yes, some of them have dementia and problems, but when they have these changes in the mental status and their assistants that are there, not a lot of RNs, who's paying attention that when that mental status change, because that patient that resident is dehydrated, and then nothing happens, no one notices, because I'm thinking about that because we picked up my husband. We noticed something wasn't right. Now, suppose we didn't pick him up that day, he would have stayed in that state, and he had a urinary tract infection. But water is not important, and I can't blame them all the way because they don't know how much water is important. Because when I was at the hospital and with him, and the nurse came in, and you know, they came and filled this pitcher. I said, "What kind of water are you using?" "Oh, we have a filter system." I said, "Oh no," or either we use the tap water. I said, "Oh no, okay, I just wanted to know." You know, so I'm going to do more research, and I got to write an article about this.
Yeah. Neetha, you're spot on. You're spot on. Because you know what? If I were to look back at those that went into the medical industry, whether it's allopathic, naturopathic, or anything, you did it because you cared about people. You know, you had a compassion for people. You wanted to help some people. You not only wanted a career, but it wanted a career that was life fulfilling, that I'm actually doing God's bidding. You know, I'm doing something that keeps us all healthy. But when we start to get away from, looking at water and some things like that, how important it is, we don't take it serious because they haven't been taught to take it serious.
Take it serious. Absolutely.
It's like it's an option. I'm gonna set this water in front of you, and you can have it if you want to. No, we should have that part of your protocols. Hey, you got to get this water in.
Yes.
Because part of your situation is reason why you sick in this bed is because you are not drinking enough water or you're seriously dehydrated. So you're correct, and I think that there's no one that can speak higher on this than nurses, than anyone. Because nurses take care of everything. They see everything. They hear the talk. They don't hear the talk. They get the families. They're the middle between everything.
Right.
So I think that you're spot on. I would love to see that article.
Yeah, I'm going to work on it because doing home care and I go and see people. I said, my God, something's wrong. You got all these issues. You're in a chronic state of dehydration, and you've been that way for years.
Yeah, that's right.
And you're having all these problems. The other thing is bowel movements has always and is very important to me.
Yeah.
All my patients get asked, "Did you have a bowel movement today?"
Oh yeah.
That's
and then someone said, "Oh, none of the other nurses ever asked me that." I said, "Well,
wow.
Don't have a bowel movement and let it go."
Yeah. What's the standard protocol? You get a stool softener, but that's making it worse.
That's right. And the commercial tells you, because people don't listen. Oh, I take it like I take a stool softener. I said, "Did you see the commercials? It doesn't make you go. It makes it easier for you to go." That's what the commercial says.
My mama.
But guess what? Wait a minute. Even the stool softener ain't moving in it. That's just some water behind it.
That's right.
My mama.
That's
right water behind it.
That's just some food for thought that I.
Yeah, thank you, Nisa. That was spot on. That was great. That was a great point. Excellent.
In society, people
excellent
don't
point.
even want to talk about it.
That's right.
Indeed.
That's right.
Indeed. All right, Nisa. Thank you. All right, CJ, Yvette, and then we're at 55. CJ.
Right.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
My quick question. I wrote it down. Now I gotta find it. I was writing all the other stuff. Y'all were talking about. Darn it. Hey,
We're talking about a lot of stuff, CJ. I know.
It was probably mentioned if I didn't miss it. Ways to prevent dementia and Parkinson's disease.
Yeah. Well, dementia and Parkinson's is that, remember, dementia is something that when they did the research and the studies, they found a commonality with dementia. And that commonality was with a lot of the seniors that are highest risk, aluminum on the brain. Got it? Aluminum on the brain. So where's this aluminum coming from? Well, it's coming from, guess what? Some of the sprayed medications are sprayed with aluminum. Some of the shots are flu shots, aluminum. Some of the exposures to a lot of the, foods are toxic. These are things that get into between these things called synapses, which means the body's ability for the brain crosses into this thing called the blood-brain barrier.
Right.
The next thing you know, you can't connect with the thought that I can't remember. I can't remember. So short term now, atherosclerosis starts to harden these things. Next thing you know, we got a problem. I can't remember anything. Short term. Long term, build bridges, I can remember that, but I can't remember short term. So starting with things that help with that, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. MCT, medium chain triglycerides.
Yes.
Found in coconut oil has been found to be very effective. Okay, and this is just speaking in general, not in any one specific situation, but it's been known to use. So you take coconut oil plus additional, they'll add sometimes medium chain triglycerides, and you can add it to cereal, you can add it to foods, to your green drinks, your smoothies, whatever. And it actually shows that it can help. Also, mushroom coffees. Mushroom coffees. Things like chaga, lion's mane, turkey tail, king's trumpet. These are some of the actual mushrooms that can actually do things to help stimulate brain activity. Anytime you see the mushroom, it's going to stimulate that brain. That's what it is.
Right.
So that's the avenue that you would do for dementia. Now, with you said Parkinson's.
Right.
Parkinson's. That's again going back to what we talked about earlier, which is the autonomic disruption of that myelin sheath. Because you got to ask questions. You got to kind of probe, some of the history of the person. I'm seeing a lot of Parkinson's with those in things like construction, exposure to asbestos, maybe in sports or violent hitting. I got some NFL players that are, that are experiencing problems, or boxers that I deal with. So these are some things that we got to do a lot of probing with that, and then we recommend doing moving forward. Now, the RM3A device that I have for testing, we do test for that. That's called the RM3A. It looks for autonomic disruption, and then we move forward. Okay, so but we have to sort of do a sort of probing of what's going on with the person from their history. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
You guys just All right, Yvette, you're there, and then wait, and then we're out, buddy. Yvette.
Yes. Good evening.
No, wait, there's another Yvette.
This is another Yvette.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is the other?
And there's one up top.
Oh
Just
no,
says Yvette.
I'm on two. I'm on the computer and my phone. So.
Girl, I'm gonna whip you. You better stop it. All
no,
right,
because my computer I can't hear, so I had to keep my
that's
phone
okay.
on.
That's fine. All right, then
So-
we know where we are then.
I have a few things. I was in the emergency room this past weekend, and I got blood tests. The nurse practitioner said, "Oh, your blood results look great." But when I got home the next day, I looked at my blood results. It said my hemoglobin, hematocrit is low. I mean, I have the numbers if you want them, but creatinine is high, and glucose is high. I had something to eat right before I went there. So, I'm not quite sure what to do, how to
Yeah, you would need an
correct it.
assessment. You would need an assessment
Okay.
first of all, because there's too
And-
many things you don't want to go over that.
And-
We couldn't go over that, of course, right now, but definitely when you come in to get an
Yes.
assessment, we'll look at your
Yes.
numbers. Usually,
Okay.
what it means is any imbalances you see with blood, that means we got to clean the liver. That's what it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
got to get
because
back to clean the blood.
I had pain on exertion. I couldn't walk on my left foot. It
Mhm.
was swelling in my ankle, and I could not walk. I left the hospital with crutches. I've never had crutches in my life, but they wrapped my foot and they gave me crutches because I couldn't walk. But the next day, the swelling, they gave me a 600 milligram ibuprofen, and that helped to get the inflammation down. I really didn't want to take it, but I was in a lot of pain, and it helped. The swelling went down. Like, I'm fine now. I can walk. I don't need crutches or anything right now. So I'm like, is that related to my kidney function, or what's going on with that?
Sure. Yeah. See,
and-
that's where you got to get a baseline, and
I
there's something
will.
to baseline, and then we can actually
mhm.
see what's going on. See, the 8 risk factors, we can see what's going on. So autonomic disruption, endothelial disruption, things
Mhm.
like pseudomotor dysfunction. See, pseudomotor would be one thing that I would be looking for in that situation. Pseudomotor is the sweat glands. And that tells
Oh,
us if the body is moving to move the toxin out of the body. See, if the
yes.
sweat glands aren't moving, if people say, I don't sweat, I ain't never sweat.
Right.
But what happens is you need to sweat. You got to get
Mhm.
that stuff to move, because if not, it's going to back up
Right.
in the lymphatic system. So that's also an additional thing that's on the test. Along with that,
That
so
makes sense. And one other last question. My dog has this like like his teeth chatter. Like and it's not that he's cold. It's just, so I wanted to know, can you recommend a holistic doctor for dogs? I'm not quite sure where this teeth chattering is coming from.
for the chief chattering for the doggy dog.
Yeah.
Maybe he cold. You got a
So
blanket for him? You saw him?
he's not cold. I put on the coat for the dog. I put that on, and he's inside the house, and it's warm. So
What type of dog do you have?
Standard Schnauzer,
The small one, right?
and he's 8 years old. He's a geriatric dog now.
Oh,
That's what they
he just
classify
old.
him.
He getting young like us. That's what it is.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Yeah. See, whenever dogs are starting as they get older, their immune systems are tearing down also. That's what
Okay.
happens. It's usually you'll start to see things like that, shivering, because it's just like people. As your immune system gets older, you start to get cold all the time. Can't hold nutrients. Can't hold nutrients. And that affects the nervous system. Their systems are very much like ours in a lot of ways. So even when we look at because I told y'all when I used to get my dog, when I had my first dog, his name was Dude. His name was Dude. And I had Dude when I was young. And I used to give Dude the green drink. I used to give him the green drink. And Dude was like, pep up. He would pep up and he was like, hey. It was almost like he just kept that going. After a while, when I put on his food, if I put his food down and I put that green on it, he was like, you missing something. You missing something, Doc. And he wouldn't eat unless I had that on there. So dogs, just like people, we need, people just like dogs. Of course, we have the same needs, nutritional needs. So sometimes you can add a little green drink, put that right on top of that. Yeah.
Can he get an RM3A and see you?
He might have. I could maybe put the pause on it. I'm gonna have to have Django test that out. I'll get back to you on that one.
Thank you. Do you have a doctor, a holistic doctor?
No, I don't. But I would. But there are holistic veterinarians. Absolutely.
Yeah, they do.
So all you got to do is punch in Google and say holistic veterinarian. The closest holistic veterinarian to me. That's right. Because this one downtown, now they're hard to, I'm going to tell you now, they are usually seriously booked up. Yeah. I'm going to tell you that. Now, what does that tell you? What does that tell you?
Don't cost you money.
Seriously, they're very good. They're very on point with this stuff. And I had a talk with one, I was, when I took my dog down to the vet hospital, I met this one humanity, and I was like, we on the same page. They were like, absolutely. We were really much on the same path. So I would just say, continue to just do the search online, Google, and you should be able to find one. This one right in Germantown. This one in Germantown in Philly. This one right in Germantown. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You got it. All right, Big Way, you're the last man, buddy.
The last.
You're the last man. You bring up the ship,
what's up, buddy? What's happening, man?
How are you?
Up the anchor, bro.
All right, man.
Dr. Paul, ever since we've been talking about refined oils, I've been reluctant to go out to restaurants because I know majority of them use refined oils. What places have you gone to that use unrefined?
Almost.
Well, that's what I was telling you. I remember I gave up my secret. I told y'all that when I go out, I usually ask. I just ask. I say, when the waiter or waitress comes up, I say, you know what? I have a food. I forget what terminology I use. I have a food. I don't say allergy.
Sensitivity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See, that's why our prophet always keeps us on the go, man.
I got allergies and sensitivities.
I have sensitivities to certain types of oils and foods. And could you tell me what type of, like if I was looking, I'm a pescatarian, so I look for fish. I'll say this fish, what type of oil are you using for the fish? Because if you could have the chef use a unrefined oil in a separate pan, let me know if that's possible. She said, all right, let me check. Every time I've done that, they've always come back and said, yeah, we good. We can do it.
And what places have you gone to that have that done?
There was one, what's the one, what's the one that's right out in Plymouth Meeting? See, I don't eat out a whole lot because I cook a lot. So I'm the cook at my house. So when I go out, Palador. That was the one that's in King of Prussia.
Palador.
Yeah, and I also went to one. what's the one that they have? Fishbone. Was it
Fishbone.
Fishbone? Yep. And it was another one I went to that they were pretty cool. I mean, it's all who you get to. It's your communication. You know, don't go in there. Now I need to have my stuff right, y'all. Don't go in
They
there
might
with the
put you right out
attitude.
the front door, Wade.
You gotta kind of get a little nice with them. Like, hey, you know, how you doing? You know. So just be. I think if it's available, it's available. You got it. So just keep that in mind. Just be courteous. You know, tell them you have a food sensitivity. Nobody wants you to get sick in their establishment. Think about that.
Yeah, because Dr. Paul, females want to go out to dinner, so.
Mm-hmm. Watch yourself, bro.
Watch
yourself.
Wait, let
Watch
us
yourself,
pray.
bro.
Let
I
us
ain't
pray,
messing with
Wade.
that.
Watch out now.
I ain't messing with you, Wade.
Do your thing. Do your
You ain't
thing.
gonna get me in trouble.
Detox.
Well, I know, right, Lydia.
Big B, what you got up there? Thank you, Wade. You got any other
Yeah, man,
questions,
thanks,
buddy?
man. I got a question for you, man. And we've been talking about body well for your phones, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, I found something. I'm not quite sure. I put it on. I just got it yesterday. Well, have you seen these before?
Yeah, quantum shields are real good. They're good. Only thing that I would say is that the question is always going to be how effective are they?
Right.
And without actual research studying, that's the really thing that usually if you put that out there, usually they'll come with some kind of level of testing certification.
Right.
I don't know if yours has it in there. Do you have a testing certification in there?
No.
Sometimes like Bodywell has a testing certification. They'll tell you that, what they do is actually certified. There's a level of engineering that they gotta go through a special level of testing with frequency, and they can tell you a certain amount is blocked. And you can look up their information and the certification, and it actually shows that. Okay. So I would just probably go in and see that the Bodywell does that. There's other ones out there.
Right.
There used to be one called the Wave Shield.
Right. Okay.
Called the Wave Shield. I don't see that.
I
one
couldn't go wrong for $16 at least and try and find out what it was.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what you can do? You can probably test it yourself, Big B. You know these things here? You remember these right here?
Right.
You got.
Did
you ever get one of these? Did you ever get one? You remember these, y'all? Remember these? This is the radio frequency indicator.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't get one of those, but
yeah,
I got mine.
Yeah, so if you have one of these, you can actually, test it with the actual device on it, and then one when it's off. This right here will tell you.
Okay.
So that's why you can do it personally yourself.
Okay.
But I would recommend everybody get one of these. This is for electromagnetic fields. This is also for radio frequencies and magnetic fields.
Can you put that in the chat, Dr. Paul, so I can take a look at it, and then I'll test it.
Prophetess, you got this one, right? You got that link for this?
I don't. What do you mean? Do I have it? Do I have it to put in the chat box, or do I own one yet?
Both.
No and no.
No.
I may have it in my notes that I could pull up, but before we finish, I do have one question from Facebook.
Okay, Facebook fam.
And I know it's already 9/11, and I don't like to be on here passing.
Amen.
That's right. That's right. She got to fly out of here now. She got to fly out of here.
But the question is it true that if you're diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, is it because there's bacteria in the pancreas, and if so, how to cleanse it?
Well, remember, it's dehydration. It's going back to concentration. So if you are in an environment where the concentration causes dehydration, that's the perfect environment which bacteria grows. So I would say yes. There's also parasites in the pancreas. There's parasites, absolutely. There's a parasite for every organ in your body. Did y'all know that? There's a parasite in your liver. There's a parasite in your pancreas. There's a parasite in your kidney. There's parasites all over the body. So yes, I would say that, but that's kind of a loaded question. So I would say the main thing to focus on is correcting the problem. Get back to stay away from concentrated foods. If there's anything that breaks it down to the last compound, that's it. You're seriously and chronically dehydrated. Got it? You gotta raise that that level. You know what? When we see people, their levels for A1C and their regular sugar levels drop drastically when they just focus on their water. You just gotta focus on the water. That's it. You see some amazing changes. So that's the way we look at it. Okay.
All right, my friend.
All righty.
There we
I
are,
think
buddy.
Is that it? Is that it,
Yes,
buddy?
sir, man. That's it, man.
That's gonna be it.
That's
it, buddy.
gonna be it.
That's it, homie.
That's gonna be it. Just Prophetess just shut the door.
Just
Big
shut the
B,
door.
show us
You know
how.
what they told me? They said when I'm not on here, they keep you to 9:30. I was like, that's not right. Dr. Paul got a family and a dog.
That's right.
And a dog.
And a dog.
Django in
And
the
he got a
house.
new baby dog.
Django don't be playing either, boy.
Django usually may be cutting. Maybe he'll come on down here.
All right, man.
All right,
guys.
BB, share with them how do we participate and how can they be a blessing to us on this thing called the family tree.
You
All
got
right,
it, my
BB?
friend. As always, guys, to make sure you get a copy of tonight's chat, what do? You know the drill. Send me an email to mechavideo@gmail.com. Again, mechavideo@gmail.com. And to continue to support the family tree, use my Cash App, guys. What is my Cash App? $BILMORGAN. That's $BILMORGAN. If you go through your bank, that ID number is mechavideo@comcast.net. Again, mechavideo@comcast.net. And then lastly, of course, our P.O. Box right here in Mullica Hill, Morgan. P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Lastly, P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Bring your friends, bring your enemies, bring your frenemies, bring everybody, man.
All
Hey,
right.
the family tree.
All right.
Yeah, buddy, yes, sir,
Put
sir.
your hands together. Did you
Yeah,
learn
yeah, yeah,
anything
yeah.
this evening, family?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Ronde.
Thank you so much. Let's give a shout out. Let's give a shout out for Prophetess over there.
Yeah. Prophetess in the house.
And of course, the host with
Barbara, glad to have you. Yo, man, yo.
Appreciate y'all. You know, we say this is not a place where you can just come out and tell what it is because it's all about
buddy.
one big family.
That's right, man.
So I love y'all. We appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, if you're breathing, you gotta shine.
Dr. P. Hey, Dr. P. Margaret here. We do the Margaret. Do the Margaret. Do the Margaret. Hey.
Do the Margaret. All right, tap. Come on. Hey,
Yeah,
Queen.
buddy.
I see you, Queen. I see
right.
you down there, Queen.
Yep.
What's going on? All right, come on down. Come on down.
All right, Joyce.
Tap.
All right, now.
All right, come on down on the other side.
Yep.
Hey, Margaret, good to see you, Margaret.
Yeah.
Seen you in a while.
Yeah.
This
Listen, Margaret. Yeah.
Brenda down there, Delaware. What's going on?
Yeah. Hey.
Tap. We got Maxine in the house.
Stephanie.
Good.
Excellent.
Tap.
Marcy.
Cousin Ronzie in the house.
Big Ronzie in the house.
You gotta call me too. Let's catch up. All right, I just came from my office.
Yeah. Planet.
We're working
Maxine
on it.
in the house. Rita.
Breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, Rita, I see you. Breathe in.
Yeah. Cricket in the house.
Breathe out. Good. Everybody in.
Donna and
That's right.
Cynthia.
Breathe in. I see you, Joyce. Come on, Joyce. Joyce, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out.
All right.
Good. All right, let's take your hands and lock them together. We're gonna get them flowing a little bit. We gotta get that energy going, right? I want you to hold it out front like that. And on 1, 2, 3, I want you to pull them apart. Keep them together. Pull. Feel that outside of the shoulder. Pull. That's good for the shoulder pain right there. And release. Good. Good. Take a good breath. And do it again. And say 1, 2, and 3, and pull. 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 and release. Good, good. Invert them, take them on top. And
all right,
stretch.
I just got my voice.
And
I just got my voice. So what? It was a
All right, Queen. All right, Queen. I see you. I see you, Queen.
Queen. And stretch. Good, good. Good. And hold. And hold.
Yes.
Now here's the complicated one right here, y'all.
Yeah,
move to your left.
Yes.
Your other left. Your other left. And come on back. This is the other complicated question. Hold.
To your right.
And move to your right. The other right.
You're so funny.
And come back. All right, and bring it on down, bring it on down, bring it on down, bring it on down. Step it up, step it up, step it up. Come on, come on, come on. All right, give yourself a hand. So rub it together. We're going to get some energy going. This is called an energy bath.
Yeah, buddy.
I've seen this before. First time on the tree.
Yeah.
This is called an energy bath. Just in case you didn't have one today, you're about to get one right now. All right? Clap, clap, rub, clap, rub, clap, rub.
Yep.
Clap and rub. Feel that heat? Feel that heat coming. Clap and rub. I see you, Daphne. Come on. Get off the these damn hands. Clap and rub. And the next thing, take it and rub it on down. Don't touch the stuff now. Don't touch the stuff. Rub it on down. Feel that energy.
No happy, Chef. No happy.
All the way down to the guy. You feel that, Marcy? Oh, wow. That feel like wow. All right, one more time.
All right, now.
Tap and rub. Tap and rub. Y'all on Facebook, y'all watching this, y'all better be doing it too.
That's right.
No lookers, only participators. Come on.
Yep. That's right.
Right, Marcy? No lookers, all participators. That's right.
That's right.
Even if you're on the phone, you better be participating.
That's right.
Yes, I'm on the phone and
and the last one, stop and run it on down.
There you go.
Run it on down on that shoulder. That knee. That knee.
Yeah, buddy.
How about you just saying, I'm just acting too crazy right now. I'm in this brain.
All right. Help it out, y'all.
Quick.
Yeah, buddy.
One more. Quick. And hold. Stop that top one. Move that top one. Keep that bottom one still. Don't you feel that energy? Can you go like that and feel that energy in there?
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's you. Now take that energy. Take that with good intentions. Bless yourself. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, man.
Family Tree. Good night.
Hey, guys, you get a chance of looking at the chat. All right. So make sure you order the thing so you can hope for it.
All right, LL.
Thank you.
What's up, Al?
What's up, Queen Park? We got Queen Park
Thank you,
tonight.
Dr. Paul.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. What's up, Sheila? I see you, Sheila.
Hey, May.
Thank you, Dr. Paul.
Yeah, everybody. Blessings.
Thank y'all. Thank you, everybody.
Big D, we'll see you on the weekend, buddy.
Got it, buddy. Yes, sir, man.
Good night, everyone.
Come on, Big D, give the call letters on that.
All right.
Tomorrow.
All right, Cuz, I'll call you tomorrow, all right?
You got it, man. Your man. Talk to me, guns.
What up, black man?
All right.
Good
All
night.
right. God bless y'all. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. God bless y'all. See you next week.
Good night, everybody. Yeah.
Good night.
buddy.
Good night.
Later. Gator.
All
right,
Rosie.
All right, Mark. I see you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Keep on walking, brother. Keep on walking.
Keep
singing, Mark.